So it's the first day of January 2021. Who would have thought after the year that we've had? Well, as you can imagine, I'm sure the new year, new me merchants have already begun. But here's what I want to say to you today. And the message on my heart really is that nothing is going to change unless you change, right? There were two things that I picked up at the end of last year that really kind of altered the way in which I now view things and see things, and ultimately altered the way in which I went about planning for this new year. The first thing that I picked up last year, the end of last year, was that goals are passive. Okay, you can write down all the goals you want. You can make a mood board. You can create a checklist for your life. You can do your whole career plan. But that's all passive. Having goals does not mean you're going to do the work to achieve them. So that was one thing that struck me, because I had centered my whole entire life around goals and around goal planning and setting objectives and setting tasks for myself. So that really struck me in a very different way. The second thing that I kind of picked up also was kind of the fact that goals are circumstantial. They're a lot more circumstantial than we realize, right? So I said before that, goals can be quite passive. And that's because without actually doing the hard work, there's no chance in hell that you're going to be able to achieve them. However, in that very same breath, doing the hard work does not mean you're going to achieve them, right? There are so many things that could go wrong. You could have an amazing idea, but it just be the wrong time to really bring it out. So that's why it's important to remember that goals are just that. They are not the be all and end all. So if that's the case, if goals aren't these things that we should be chasing, that we should put so much emphasis on, then what should we be focusing on? And the answer to that is very, very simple. Habits, right? Habits are the things that you need to cultivate in this year, 2021. Habits are the things that are going to set you apart. Habits are the things that are going to keep you going, keep you resilient, keep you motivated, even when it's difficult. Habits are the things that are within your control. Okay, so whatever habit you want to kind of cultivate for yourself, that's what you should put more priority and put more time into developing and really harvesting this year. It's so easy to kind of fall into your usual kind of routine, your usual way of doing things, because it's comfortable. But as we all know, nothing grows in the comfort zone, right? Where there's comfortability, there's no real opportunity or chance or incentive to change anything or to do anything new. And so things just kind of remain the same. But in this 2021, if you do want to grow, if you do want to advance, if you do want to take things to the next level, then it's really, really important that you build the habits that you'll need to take you there. Now, again, I have never been one for one size fits all. I think it's really important to say that, because if you speak to the gurus and you read their books and you watch their content online, they're always like, oh, you need to have this, you need to have that, you need to have that. Well, that's not necessarily the case. The important thing is that you find the habits that are going to work for you, because at the end of the day, this is all about you cultivating and really building the life that you want to live and the life that you deserve to live ultimately. So it's really, really important that you take the time to figure out what habits will be essential for the life that you're trying to build for yourself, for the life that you're trying to live. Nobody else is going to live this life for you. It's really, really important to remember that, so that you remain focused and you remain committed, and that kind of keeps you grounded despite it all. So that's one thing I want to challenge you with this year, is to cultivate habits that serve you, that are important for your life and for the goals that you want to ultimately achieve. So less focus on these goals and more focus on the habits that are going to get you there. That will kind of make the difference between those who are successful and those who are not.